Okay, hello and welcome. I am Tenzin Tashi, and this is the very first SBT Sangha Spotlight, a place where we shine a light on the wonderful members who make up our community. Today, we're delighted to spend some time getting to know our dear friend, Tenzin Passang, or as he's known to his family, Tony Carlson. Hello, Passang.
Hello, I'm pleased to be here, Tashi.
Thank you for agreeing to be my very first guest. When I was thinking about who to invite for our opening episode, you were the first person I thought about because you have such an interesting life. We've been friends for a while now, but I'd love to have the chance to learn more about you. And I know your Sangha members would too. I know you're originally from Sweden
Yes,
and
I am.
currently living in Vasterus.
Yeah,
Did I say it right?
yeah.
Okay. And you live in there with your family. And you've been a part of SBT for over 3 years now, yeah?
Yeah, it's about that. I actually checked it out last night.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's about that. Hmm?
Yeah. And then what, for the past two, you've served as an ordained member.
Yes,
And you're also a certified SBT meditation instructor.
yes, I am.
And you do lead several of our daily online meditation sessions. So
Mm,
that's
yeah,
something we need to join
on Wednesdays,
on
actually.
Wednesdays. Yay! At 1800 UTC.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. Okay. So when you're not here doing stuff, what you want to tell us a little bit about what your day is like in Sweden?
Yeah, I live with my family, my wife, Madeline, and my two beautiful daughters, Felicia and Feline, who are 24 and 18. And their biggest hobbies are equestrian, riding horses, horse jumping. So it's become a more or less a family thing. So
Right.
uh, day to day, we're always in the stable. And otherwise, I work as nowadays I work as a cyber security specialist.
Oh, that
uh,
sounds interesting.
yeah, I actually jumped on it because I was out of work for about a year ago, so I studied to it. But I soon discovered that it was a little bit too much for me. So I come to the conclusion that I'm actually gonna quit
Ah, okay.
because it's too much responsibility, too much stress, and so on. So I'm actually gonna
Right.
build a new career.
Oh, yeah?
The last 7 years I left before retirement.
Hmm. Do you want to discuss what it is, or is that
Yeah,
going to be
it's no
saved for
secret.
later? Okay,
No, it's not a secret. I'm going to be educating myself to drive semi trucks. So
fun.
I'm going to drive gravel and such. It's more appropriate for my back because I have a bad
Uh-huh.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
So
what
is
I'm
that not as
aiming.
big a truck as a semi, or?
Yeah, it's going to be a big truck, a V8 actually.
Oh, wow. Well,
So
that's
I'm going to
cool.
be studying from the 5th of May to get the license.
Okay. How long does it take to get the license?
Yeah, this is a education that I got for free from the what do you call it? You call it the Unemployment Bureau or something.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be about 5 months, but it's a relative long uh, way to go here in Sweden to get that driver's license.
Oh, I bet.
Mm.
Okay.
So it's
Can you
not only
drive
the
there every
drive.
day or?
You got to practice to drive, or and you have some reading to do, and there's a
Mhm.
lot of tests and so on. But it's going to
Oh,
be
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, you'll have to keep us updated on that.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Can you tell us a little something that might surprise our fellow Sangha members? Maybe something like an interest that you have or your talents or neat experiences lately?
I do write songs and I do sing country music. Um, and I actually got a bunch of songs out in the US too over the
Yeah,
years. So I write them and I send them to Nashville, and then I either sell them or keep them. So
yeah,
that's what, and then I have a band here in Sweden, and we are also playing it live.
nice. Is there anyone in the US that we would know that is doing a song of yours?
Yeah, I did a collaboration with a guy called Monty Warden. He's a songwriter too, and we did it I think it was in the beginning of the 20, the first year of 2001 or something. Big
Hmm.
artist in America at that time called George Strait.
Oh, yeah,
We did
we
a
know
couple
who
of
he is.
songs on a album called Honky Tonk Wheel.
Ah, fun. Well, we'll have to get that. Do you have like a place that we could go to hear your music?
Yeah, I'm on SoundCloud,
Oh,
and
good.
so then you have to search for my artist name, Big T.
Big T. I love
Yeah,
that.
Tenzin,
Sounds great.
Passang, and Tony, and lots of
Tony and
T's.
yep,
T.
yep, yep. Oh, that sounds wonderful.
And then I have another one. I have a black belt in martial arts. Martial arts.
Wow. So you're
That's
dangerous too.
no, that's in self. It's karate. Karate. It's a self-defense, so it's not fighting like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's interesting too. Well, you do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I'm a curious
And
person. I always
yes,
been. I always been.
you sound busy too.
Yeah,
So
when you have a ADHD, you have to be be like that. It's my life.
yeah, we tend to do a lot of things, don't we?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. When you came to SBT, what first attracted you to Buddhism?
When I first got to Buddhism was when I was about 15 years old. Uh, and that was that Buddhism has had or has no God,
Hmm.
because Buddha was a normal person. That's what attracted me, because in my family was a lot of Christianity and so on. And I got to see the backside of it too, so I didn't like it. But Buddhism fell right to my taste. It was my kind
Was a
of cup of
long,
tea.
long time ago. So, what attracted you to the secular Buddhist approach?
Um, the most thing had to do with SBT actually, but I don't know if others do it too, but it was that we don't tell anyone what to do or what to believe. And I think that's great thing. Very great thing.
Yeah. And then, how did you discover SBT?
I was on the internet actually. I stumbled over Venerable Tarpa and his videos. So I looked at them, and then I think I contacted him
Hmm.
and had a talk, and then I was into it. and
Yeah.
met the lovely Sangha.
Yeah. I feel the same. Definitely. So right now, well, you kind of told us what's going on right now, didn't you? And you'll be taking the truck driving lessons and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else coming up for you?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a tour with my band this summer. It's gonna be concentrate at the weekends. I'm gonna do a lot of flying because it's in here in Sweden, and it's in Denmark, Finland, and I think Germany.
Wow.
But it's concentrated at the weekend, so it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we're going up to Dalarna, to Mora, and rehearse.
In Mora?
Yeah.
Mora?
Yeah.
You know, where I live in Minnesota, and we have a sister city called Mora, Minnesota.
Yeah.
And we're a sister city to your Mora in Sweden.
Yes.
And we
I
have
know.
the big Dalai, the horse, and skiing. There's a skiing event every year. Valasapit, something like that. Vasaloppet, of
The
course.
Vasa race. The
Yep.
Vasa race comes
Yep.
from actually from a king in Sweden in the 1500s. He was called Gustav Vasa.
Oh, that's so
He was a
cool.
great king.
Yeah. One year we almost didn't have it because there was no snow.
Yeah.
And then they brought in snow. They brought in snow with the snow machine and everything. Yeah. Oh, that is very cool.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
The Dalai horse is a very colorful horse. And did you know that Bill Clinton has one?
Really?
Because, yeah, our prime minister at that time went to the Oval Office to meet Bill Clinton, and he gave him a Dalai horse. And he said like this. He has a very special kind of voice when he talked to the prime minister, and he said, well, this is what we call in Sweden the Dalai Hest.
Oh, that's funny.
You can see the expression of Bill Clinton's face, and he didn't want to believe it.
Oh, amazing. Yeah. Yeah, my great grandmother's came over from Sweden.
Yes, I've heard that.
Yeah. Jönköping?
Jönköping.
Jönköping. Yes. What are your thoughts on the importance of Sangha?
Well, I think it's very important because one thing is that we are a community that respects, supports, and cares for each other. And that makes it kind of like, what should you say? It's a very important community because for me, it's my my second family.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think we all do. Oh, that's wonderful. Can you share any specific practice, teaching, or book that's been most beneficial?
Yeah, I like to read a lot of Dalai Lama's books. So I've read a bunch of them, and I think they are both entertaining and there's a lot of fun, a lot of joy in them. And when it comes to practice, lately I've been practice emptiness, which I like very much. And then I like mind training, of course. That's a big thing. And it's one great thing for the Bodhisattvas.
Yes, definitely. And Wangmo does that on Mondays.
Yeah.
Yep. Let's see. So what are you focusing on for the future?
Right now, I'm focusing my training towards awakening, of course. That is a big thing, but every day. And then I focus in on, of course, this summer and my tour I'm going to do. And then I'm going 60 this year, and I'm already thinking about retirement, but I'm going to leave at 67. So it's 7 more years. So that's a big plan.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Because I have a lot of things to do when I retire.
Yeah. They say you're more busy after you retire.
Yeah. And I think it's important not to just quit everything and be sitting in a chair.
Yeah.
I like to be occupied with things and do things. And as my father always said, it's nothing is what's the word? Sometimes you hear that I'm Swedish. Nothing is impossible, he said.
Right.
You can be or do anything you want. My dear old father, who is in heaven now. And that's been an echo in me ever since I was a child.
I think you've been fulfilling that.
Yeah, many times, many
Yeah.
times over.
Yeah. So are you ready for the lightning round question?
Yes, please, hit me.
Okay. Just brief answers and we'll go kind of fast. So, number one, what's your favorite fun activity?
Writing country songs and touring.
Favorite food?
Chinese.
What's your favorite type of music?
Jazz, I think. No, country, of course.
I kind of figured that. Yeah. Favorite type of exercise?
I go to the gym, as I do 3 times a week. Yep.
All right. Favorite way to relax?
Netflix and meditation. Not at the same time.
Right. I hope not.
No.
Uh, which type of meditation do you like the best?
Calm abiding and insight.
What is your favorite meditation position?
I like to sit. I usually sit on
Mhm.
my sofa. That's why I turn off the video every time, because I have to jump from my chair to my sofa and then back, and it doesn't
Yep.
look very well on the video. Yeah, so I like to sit on my sofa, and I have one leg up on the sofa under my yeah, like cross legs, but with one.
Right.
So
Right.
then you got the posture more right, because I'm a
Yep.
sleepy meditator, so I often nod my head. So
Yeah.
that's my favorite. Or I do lying meditation.
That's nice too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite SBT affirmation or practice?
Yeah, the threefold training and meditation to shine.
Okay. Favorite quote?
And that's one of our venerable, actually. And that is Buddhism is an attitude towards life, brought by Venerable Tenzin Tashi, a genius.
Yeah. Yes. Last one. What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Yeah, I've already said it. It was my father's. Nothing is
Oh, yes.
impossible. You can be or you can do anything you want.
Yeah. Well, that's wonderful. That was worth repeating too.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so should we take some questions from our audience?
Yeah. if they have anyone. Any.
Wangmo?
Yes. Since you like country music so much, Passang, have you ever been to the United States?
Yes, I've been actually 4 times to Nashville
Okay.
and met record companies and so on. And then I actually got on Broad Street to AJ's bar.
Mm-hmm.
That's Alan Jackson.
Yep.
He has a bar there.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been around there a couple of times, yes.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
Nice. David has a question.
Yes, please.
I've always been amazed, Passang, about the amount of stuff you do and the variety of it. When we first met you, you were a joiner fitting windows. And then you suddenly transformed into a cybersecurity expert and now a heavy lift driver. Not many people at the age of late 50s have got such a range of talents, you know. And every time I listen to you, you tell me about something else you're doing. You know, there's the horses, and then you're taking the girls to the jumping, and well, there's about 3 or 4 different things you just suddenly mentioned. Oh, yes. And you're a karate black belt. Never knew you were into or had been into. Oh, in the gym.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not doing karate now, but I did it before, so it's
Oh, if you
not,
got black
but it's
belt.
a variety of things, and
Yeah.
I think it's in my nature. And I actually know that I said to you one time that I'm that guy when I find something that I'm interested in, I go in 100% for it.
Yeah.
And that's both discipline and fun. It should be fun.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be doing music for 45 years if it wasn't fun. So, but I'm a curious guy. I like to think that you can learn something every day, something new.
Yeah.
And then I miss, I'm not afraid for anything. That's my, it could be both positive and negative.
Yeah.
Yeah. Brilliant. Okay. Thank you
Okay.
for that.
Thank you.
I think Sangmo has a question.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask what style of karate you did.
Yeah, I did a style. One of the styles was called Wadokai. From beginning, it was called Wadoryu. Wadoryu, yeah.
Okay.
Chinese.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yep.
Sangpo and I did Shotokan.
Shotokan, okay. There's a lot of kata. Kata.
I love kata. I don't like fighting. I love
No,
kata.
I
Yeah.
know that's a lot of. It's
But
a
my
lovely
knees
style.
can't handle it anymore.
Yeah. I didn't like fighting
No.
too, but I love to train.
Yeah.
That was my thing.
Yeah. Good. Thank you.
There's one thing that Passang has not mentioned that I do know of, and that he spent a lot of time volunteering at the nursing home close to you, right?
Yes, I did.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, it was actually the place where my mother lived her last days. And I contacted them because I wanted to do this thing, the volunteering at their place. I contacted them myself, and then one of them said that there's an organization in Sweden called Wilmer that's administrate this thing, so you can contact them. And actually, it was a great organization that took care of me and took care of them. And so I got there, and they had it's a big house. They have 3 floors, Don't know how many, but there were lots of elder people. So I just started out with going there and walked around and asked if anyone wanted to talk. And there was a lot of people who wanted to talk because the people who worked there didn't have the time to do that. So, and it was a variety of people. Some of them have dementia, and some of them were quite clear in the head, and they really want to talk about their life. There was particularly one lady who, and she showed me pictures in a book that they had made and of her and her husband's life, and I really didn't have to talk so much. I just listened and hear those amazing lives that they have lived. And then I actually took my guitar with me, and we had those music sessions that we had once a week, and that was a lot of fun. I'm actually going back there to play now in May, voluntarily.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I bet they love that.
Yeah, they did. And there was one guy that I not felt sorry for, but I instantly recognized him because I've seen him in a lot of shows I did in my hometown. And he was like, back in the day, he was a party guy who was out a lot. And so I recognized him, and he actually got cancer in his back. So he was paralyzed, and he was only 69 years old. So he was sitting in wheelchairs and lying all the time. And he loved when I took my guitar with me. He was always first on place and got up.
I bet he did, because then he remembered you from when he would see you on stage.
Yeah, we talked a lot about that. So I was it was really a happy time for me, because I felt that I did a difference, a really difference. And I actually trained in my bodhisattva work too. So yeah, really great thing.
Yeah. Being a witness to their lives is really important, definitely. And just
there should
listen.
be more people.
Yeah.
David has a question.
Yes.
I just wondered how hard you found that, talking to people reaching the end of their lives and not having the faculties they'd once had. Was it very difficult, or did you just, how was it?
I think at the beginning it was difficult, but then I've been around people who were elderly, and my mother and father recently, it was 2 years ago, my mother died, and before that my father, and so on. And I'm coming up to that age that I'm going on more funerals and birthdays. So but in the beginning it was a little bit hard, but often I met people who were very cheerful, and they wasn't like complaining or a lot of that. It was more like life is fun, and I have had a lot of fun. And I remember the oldest one on that place was 104 years. And she was amazing. She was just amazing.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you.
What a great experience.
Yeah, it really was.
Yeah. We have one not too far from here. I should check that out and
reach out.
Follow your plan. That'd be cool.
Yeah. I think everyone should do it, because I think it's the same thing all over the world, that they need people who come just to talk.
Yeah. That's
And then I
something I
worked in
could
a-
do. I'm glad you brought that up and you talked
Yeah.
about it.
I also worked in a soup kitchen in Stockholm, voluntarily. And that was too a lot of fun and bodhisattva work. And they were specialized in reaching out to retired people who didn't get enough payment.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a huge people that didn't have money to buy food. And now we're talking about Sweden, who once was the the land of social security.
Yes.
So it was, well, there was a lot of people queuing up just to get some soup, get some coffee or talk.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a lot of fun too.
If there's no more questions. So with that, I'd like to thank Tenzin Passang for his sharing his journey with us. And remember, we offer daily meditations and weekly teachings to help deepen your practice and your connection with our community. Be sure to join us for our next episode where we'll be shining a light on another inspiring Sangha member. It could be you. You won't want to miss it. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Passang.
Thank you.